Hey cruisers, I'm Sherry with Cruise Tips TV, and we have a special episode for you today. Now, many of you may know that I have never been on a river cruise, and I have a special guest visiting me at my house this weekend who has been on a European river cruise, and she is my mom. Come on over, Mom. She's going to be joining us today on the set. Be nice to her. This is her first time on camera. How are you?
I'm good.
Welcome to the show. We're glad to have you. Glad to have you too. So my mom a few years ago went on a European river cruise with Uniworld to visit some amazing World Heritage sites. So tell us, what made you decide to cruise with Uniworld?
Well, my friend was planning this cruise and she invited me to go along, and our travel agent very highly recommended Uniworld Tours.
Oh, that's always nice.
Yes.
So tell us, where did your river cruise start and end?
It started in Amsterdam and it ended in Budapest.
Okay, great. And did you fly in early?
Yes, we did, several days early so that we could visit the sites in Amsterdam.
So you stayed in Amsterdam for a few days?
Yes, we did.
Ooh, what a treat. Okay.
It was.
Sounds great.
Really nice.
So how long was your cruise, just the cruise portion in total?
It was about 15 days.
Oh my goodness, that's a long one.
It was a long one.
Okay, and what time of year did you sail?
Early November.
Ooh, so it was chilly.
Yes, very cold. We wore down jackets almost every day.
Okay, and was it rainy?
No, it did snow though while we were on.
Oh, how cool.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. So tell us a little bit about your stateroom. What was your stateroom like, and how did it differ from a normal ocean-going stateroom?
Well, it was in a beautiful location. It was right at the water level, or just above the water level. So we were able to take lots of pictures out of our window of the scenery that was going by constantly. And it was also very comfortable. I had a roommate, and we had a beautiful closet set up. We had twin beds, and there was a dresser between, a nightstand between our beds. And so it was very comfortable, in a nice bathroom with a shower and just a regular size shower and vanity and everything. And they provided first class cosmetics and things like that, shampoos
toiletries and things.
Toiletries.
Oh, how nice.
A very famous French brand.
Ooh,
and so that was really
pants.
nice.
So did you have now this is a window stateroom or a little balcony?
No, we had a whole we had a whole area of windows above a storage space, and it was beautiful.
Okay, so the window was like a floor-to-ceiling kind of a window.
Almost, yeah. It was probably waist high and up.
And they put storage underneath the window?
Little bit.
That's clever.
Yeah.
Very cool. So how would you say it compared to a normal cruise stateroom?
I think it was a little more luxurious. It wasn't fancy or beyond, but it was very comfortable, and the location was perfect.
Nice.
It was right beside a coffee machine set up and sodas.
Oh.
And also they would put snacks out there several times a day.
Like a little lounge next to your room?
Yes, a little lounge area right next to
that.
our room.
So
We
you
could
don't have
play
to trek all the
cards,
way.
And then there was a gym too, right
nice.
outside the door. But we didn't hear any noise or anything from it.
It was real quiet.
Very quiet.
Sounds beautiful. So how many people were on this cruise?
There were 95 passengers, and it was amazing because there was about 30 crew members.
Oh my goodness.
So we got the best service and attention, and got your questions answered anytime.
Oh, that's so cool. That was going to be my next question. How was the crew? So they were pretty fabulous?
Incredible, yes.
So tell us about your favorite port and why it was your favorite port.
Well, I think that Budapest was my favorite because I didn't expect it to be all that it was. And there were several ports. There were all these burgs, Nuremberg, Bamberg, and it was just incredible. And we just saw so many wonderful things. I remember Kathy Wolfhart's, it was a store that had all of her pottery and things like that in it, a lot of Hummels, and there were cuckoo clock shops everywhere, which I loved.
Yep.
And just so many things.
So you needed a bigger suitcase coming home. A lot of shopping. That is so awesome.
It was wonderful.
Very cool. So the crew was amazing. You loved Budapest. And I understand that if you try to say Budapest, you get corrected before you get to Budapest. So the correct way in Europe to say Budapest is Budapest. So I thought that was kind of fun. So you loved it. Tell me about the food. When we were talking about this earlier, you said you get free drinks with dinner, like wine, cocktails, things like that. Tell me about the food and the drinks.
Every day at dinner time, you could have wine, beer, cocktails, whatever you wanted. And there was also a bar on board where you could go and order drinks anytime you wanted, day or night. And they also entertained us and did different things. They had people come on onto the ship and introduce you to the next port.
Oh, cool.
Or they had nighttime entertainment that was local to the areas that we were working in, or going through.
Yeah.
It was really something.
So when you say people came on board, they were people to educate you about the ports and entertain as well?
Yes, every
Okay.
day there was something, or if we were going, like if we had to travel in the morning, they would come on board and tell us about what we were going to see in the afternoon or the evening, or even the next day.
Okay.
And so
That
it
sounds
really
amazing.
prepared your heart and your mind to see what you were going to see.
And the food was delicious?
Oh, the food was incredible. It was, everything from the appetizers and even from breakfast on. And you could look out the windows, and see what was going by all the time
while you were eating.
And
could you get room service if you wanted to? Do you remember?
No, they didn't have any room
that.
service,
Okay.
but like I said, they had that snack area right outside our room.
Oh, got it. So you never went hungry.
No,
that
was
sort of
always,
there.
never went hungry.
So I heard that you had an unexpected turn of events on this cruise. Something kind of unusual happened. Tell us about it.
Yes, well, the last couple of days when we were getting near to Vienna, Austria, which I had never been to and was really looking forward to, they said, well, we're going to have to leave the ship and they're going to put us up in hotels. Well, they put us up in 5-star hotels. They took us by bus and put us up in 5-star hotels and fed us our meals and gave us free concerts and things like that.
But tell everybody why you had to leave the ship.
Well, we had to leave the ship because, we started out on the Rhine River, then we went to the main river, which they call the Main River, and then we were on the Danube River. Well, the Danube River got too low.
Okay.
And they were afraid we might hit a sandberg. And so they took us off the ship and put us on boats.
Okay,
on
in
buses.
hotels.
Hotels and buses.
And they would take you from port to port by bus.
Yes, they did.
And how did everyone react to that?
Everybody was fine. And
Okay.
I really think that it added a lot to our cruise. It gave it diversity, and we still got to see all the sites that we were going to see. And they actually gave us, like I said, free concerts and free things that we would have had to maybe pay extra for.
Uniworld took good care of you.
Yes, they took really
and it
good
added
care
to
of
the
us.
experience.
Absolutely.
You would hope when something like that happens that as a cruiser you be flexible, but people pay a lot of money for a river cruise and they have really high expectations. So sounds like they handled it beautifully.
It was gorgeous.
So what's your next dream river cruise? I know you'd love to go on another one. How would it look?
Oh, I would love to go back to Amsterdam. It's one of my favorite places to go. And I would love to do the tulip fields when they're in bloom in the
tulip
spring.
fields? How
the
pretty.
tulip fields, and then,
Okay.
another area out of there,
Got
a
it.
different direction.
So you would do spring instead of late fall?
Probably.
Okay, gotcha. Wonderful. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you have enjoyed our interview today, our river cruise interview with Mom. If you have any questions for her or about river cruising in general, leave your comments below and we will do our best to answer them. And until next time, we'll see you on the high seas. Bye.
Hey, click me to subscribe.
How does it feel? You're a star now. Were you nervous?
A little bit, but
You
not
did
bad.
great.
Yeah,
You did great. You're awesome. Good job. Good job.